Hello, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live with Mel Rapozo. Today is March 4th, 2020. Can you believe we're in the third month of 2020? Time is flying by. I hope you all having a good year. Denise, aloha. Kauai Rose, Hoku, Honey in BC. Thank you guys for joining us. I was beginning to wonder, hey, I wonder if we had 2 weeks off, and I was hoping we'd get some viewers tonight. And I appreciate you guys coming back. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I installed a new router from Spectrum, so we're testing it out tonight for the first time, and I hope you guys can hear me and see me okay. Paul, Pancho, Kenny, Sherry, Sunny, aloha, you guys. Francine, aloha. Thank you. Oh my gosh, good to be back. Couple weeks off, I was getting withdrawals already. Pi'ilani and Tiana. Tiana, I just want to say thanks for backing me up on one of those posts. Appreciate that. That's a true friend. Appreciate it, Triana. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Malia, Dwayne, Clayton, thank you guys. I think we'll get a bunch of people on here tonight. Tom, aloha. Aloha and welcome to Facebook Live. We do this every Wednesday night. Allison Davis, every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, unless something comes up like we did the last couple of weeks, which I'll get into a little bit. Leona and Karen, aloha, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. We're gonna do our contest again for those of you that have been on Facebook Live. We'll give away a $25 gift card from Starbucks. Betos, Mr. XFL. Leah, Patsy is on. She's going to be the one picking the lucky winner tonight. Don, aloha, Don. So you guys know what to do. Like this video, share it, do a watch party right now. You can start it right now before we get into the meat and the potatoes. And then send me your email in my messenger. Don't put it on the post or on the message box. Send it to me in the messenger, share it, like it, and then send me your email, and then we will pick one of you, your lucky emails, and you'll get a $25 gift card from Starbucks. Stan Kua, aloha. Jennifer, thank you for joining us tonight. Man, we got a bunch of people on already. Steph Shino from the Garden Island, thank you. Donald Oderkirk, all the way from the Big Island. Aloha, you guys. Aloha. If you guys can hear me and see me, just put a 1 in the box. Terry Workman, aloha, and thank you. We'll be getting started shortly. Want to get everybody loaded up. Remember, share it. Do a watch party. That's the easiest way. Just click that share button, or I think it has a watch party button. Click that on. Get this thing out. We're over 3,000 views a week now. Thanks to you folks. Thanks to you folks sharing it and getting the word out. Bethany and Penny and Marlene, aloha. Some of you guys have already won. You can still win. I don't, it's not like Kong Raider. You can only win once in your lifetime. Nope. Mona Prem. Wow. A blast from the past. Aloha. Chelsea. Noelani Valdez. Aloha, you guys. Thank you. We'll be getting started real quick in another minute or so. I just want to get as many people on before we get started. We got a pretty packed agenda today. I mean, a lot's been going on, as you know, here on Kauai, and we're going to cover a little bit of it, as much as I can squeeze into 1 hour. Cindy Edgelin, aloha. Cindy, got your email, and we're going to post. We'll talk about the MS Walk a little later, but if you guys want to help out, help support our team, I'm on Cindy's team, and we'll talk about that later in the show. Keith and Patrick. Oh, Patrick, my buddy, classmate from Immaculate Conception School. I think he's a scientist or something now, somewhere far, far away. But appreciate you guys jumping on. Tony, aloha, you guys. Remember, $25 gift card from Starbucks. All you got to do is like it, like this post or this Facebook Live, share it as a watch party, and then shoot me your email in Messenger, and then we'll pick one of you lucky ones, and you'll get that card tonight delivered to you via email. Dave, aloha, Dave. We'll get started really, really quickly. How's everybody's year going? Remember, this is a two-way deal now. Feel free to type your comments or your questions in the box. I'll try to answer as much as I can. Marlene Morris, thank you for joining us. If it's your first time here, can you put a 1 in the box, please? If it's your first time watching Facebook Live with Mel Rapozo, you can put a 1 in the box. I want to welcome you guys along. I know we got a lot of regulars. You've been doing this thing for over a year now, every single Wednesday. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is just Mel Rapozo. Go to YouTube, search Mel Rapozo, get to my channel, and you can watch all of the videos. Every one of them is archived right there. So if you want to watch, just go to my YouTube channel and subscribe too. Don't forget, subscribe and click the bell that's next to the subscribe button. So every time we load up a new video, at least you get notified. Damian Verduzco, aloha, aloha, aloha. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you guys are having a wonderful year. It's March already. Golly, the time is flying by. Tom Lodge, and is that Mrs. Cole? Aloha, Mrs. Cole. It's in Korean, so I'm assuming that's you. Jerome, aloha, Jerome. We're starting to get some emails. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Adam, thank you for joining us tonight. So we took a 2-week break. As you know, I work with the prosecutor's office now in the drug nuisance abatement unit. We went and took our show on the road. Mike Martinez, aloha. And we went to Anahola, Kilauea, Hanalei, Kapa'a, Waimea, Koloa, and Lihui to share with the communities several things. Number one, Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers now has a new app for your phone. I'm going to type it in here. When you get to your phone, whether it's an iPad, an iPhone or an Android, whatever you have, you just search tips. P3 tips. I'm just pushing this in my window here. P3 tips. Download the app. It's a wonderful tool. Rhonda Morris. Yeah. Good morning, Rhonda. And you can report tips on Crime Stoppers completely anonymously using the app. You can even upload photos, any kind of attachments that you have. If you're keeping a log of license numbers, whatever you might have, go ahead and you can upload it at the end of the tip. It's a powerful tool. It is completely anonymous, and we can really use your help. So we went out and we shared that. We had a lot of people download those apps, and the tips are flying in from what I'm being told by the detectives and the Vice unit. Rebecca and Sammy, aloha, you guys. We also talked about Neighborhood Watch, and Neighborhood Watch program that is working really well in Kekaha and Anahola, and we're trying to get more neighborhoods to come on board and be the eyes and ears for us in law enforcement, as well as keeping your neighborhood safe. Helene, aloha, and Meredith. So if you are interested, I'm typing, all right. If you are interested, Ali, come on, in starting or at least getting information about Crime Stoppers or Neighborhood Watch, you can call Sergeant Lance Okasaki at 241-1647, and I just put it in the window. So you can come back to this later and get that number. Call Sergeant Okasaki. He'll hook you up with a meeting. They'll come down and explain the program and get you all started with the Neighborhood Watch program. The bottom line is this, folks. We cannot do it alone. The communities and the law enforcement and the prosecutor's office all got to work together. That was our message. My unit, the drug and nuisance abatement unit, what we do is we go after the drug houses, the drug dealers that's going on all over the island, and you know, there's no shortage of that. But we need your help. And the drug nuisance abatement unit, what we do is when we go in and we identify a property as being a drug house or a house that is dealing or distributing drugs, then the prosecutor's office, the Vice unit does their criminal investigations, and they do what they do, and then we come on the back end and we do a civil process where basically we give the landlords a time window that they need to get rid of the nuisance, in other words, evict those tenants that are causing the nuisance. And if they don't do it and the nuisance doesn't go away, then the prosecutors will come in with and utilizing the civil courts to either put an injunction or actually go for forfeiture of the property. Aloha, Miley. Thank you for joining us. So that's like a package. So you get the Crime Stoppers, Neighborhood Watch, and the Drug Nuisance Abatement Unit. We are reaching out to the communities to help us help you folks. Chucky Silence is on. What's up, Chucky? Reaching out to you all and asking for your help so we can work together and try to take care of our communities. So again, Crime Stoppers, Neighborhood Watch, you contact Sergeant Lance Okasaki, 241-1647, or you can always contact me and I will lead you in the right direction. And if it's a drug nuisance type, if you want to report a drug house in your neighborhood, or you know of a drug house somewhere on Kauai, just let me know and we'll take it from there. That's it. And again, completely confidential, completely anonymous. Debbie Akao and Nicole, aloha, you guys. Thanks for joining us. We all heard the news regarding Arthur Bruin, Councilmember Bruin. We all, for myself anyway, was very shocked to hear and read the indictment. I haven't made many comments. I haven't made any comments, in fact. I think many of you know that Arthur and I, we've been friends, and it was quite shocking for me. I know I had received a couple of emails from people trying to infer that I should have known because I was his friend. Hey, Tia Maria, and that's ludicrous. Yes, we shared a lot in common regarding our work on the council together, regarding youth sports, youth athletics, Pop Warner. There was a lot of things we had in common. Drugs wasn't one of them, and I am very, very disappointed. Hey, Julie, with what has occurred. 12 people got indicted. Numerous family members are affected. Numerous victims or people suffering from drug addiction and drug abuse are affected. So it's, hey, Thomas, it's not a good subject to talk about, but I felt that I needed to at least talk about it because it is the news of the day. And, Arthur went in front of the federal judge today. His attorney tried to get him released on bail. Hey, Kevin. And the judge denied that and said, no, Mr. Bruin will stay in jail until his trial. Right now, the trial is set for April 27th. He's facing a ton of charges. And I don't expect him to come out of jail anytime soon. Hey, Jay Murata. So, while it pains me to bring this up, I think it's important because there's a lot of people out there posting, basically blaming the council, telling the council, you're not doing your job. You guys need to get rid of them. And the bottom line, the reality is there's very little that the council can do. Hey, Pua and Kalani, Tanya, aloha. So the scenarios are limited, really. Number one, obviously, if Mr. Bruin resigns, then that vacates the seat, and then the council would be required to appoint someone. Hey, Ricky and Nanette, aloha, you guys. I would urge Arthur to resign. I think that's the right thing to do right now. I think he needs to go on and take care of his personal issues, and he needs to allow the council to move forward with their business. The budget is coming up, and I think it's important that there's 7 members there. So obviously, I don't have any contact with Arthur, but if I was to talk to him, I would definitely urge him, Hazel, aloha, to resign from the job so the council can move on with their job. So that's kind of where I'm at on it. The ethics board could initiate impeachment proceedings. They could do that now. Hey, Millicent and Melissa, aloha, you guys. I don't know what I'm not sure what their plan is. I think the mayor or the council could request that the ethics commission looks into this. I think at this point, the administration and the council probably should unite and come up with a joint resolution or something that would urge the ethics commission to take a look at it and initiate the investigation. Hey, Dolly and Matt. Also, the council could, there's a requirement in the council rules that require members of the council to attend all the meetings. So there is an opportunity there for the council to take a stand and take some action there. Matt, CJ, Arnold Cruz, aloha, you guys. So I don't know where this is heading. I'm not sure. I know that there is a petition circulating on the internet from the public trying to impeach Arthur Brune, but I really don't think it's the people's job to do. I mean, they're going to do it. Those signatures going to have to be validated. It has to go to the county clerk. The county clerk would have to make sure that every single signature on that petition is a registered voter, that they signed the petition electronically, because there's no proof. So that's a very tasking process. Noreen, JJ, Garrett, aloha. So I think the practical way to do this is through the Ethics Commission, and they can initiate that. They can do that now. So again, a very difficult discussion or topic for me to discuss, but that's what this is about. This Facebook Live, hey Cindy, is about discussing the issues of the day, discussing the issues that affect this island and this state. And there's just no way around this one. This is the story. It's on all the news channels. It's on USA News. It's on all the ABC News. It's on all the mainland outlets. This is a huge story, and it's an unfortunate one. And I continue to pray for Arthur Brune and for all of those affected. Yelena, what's happening? I do not condone what occurred. I'm very disappointed, and hopefully he can get his life together. And as far as the council, hey Mona, I think Mr. Brune should resign and allow this council to move forward and get on with the business of the day. And that's my comments on that. Laurie Vallow, another big story here. Carlos and Corrine, the woman that, well, the kids are missing. Everybody knows about Laurie Vallow. Well, she's flying out tonight. She's going back to Idaho. She initially opposed or objected to the extradition after she was arrested, went to court, and after the judge denied the reduction of her bail, she wanted her $5 million bond reduced. She waived extradition, which opened the way for Idaho to come and get her. So she's on her way back. Anthony, Susie, she is on her way back, and I think that's the last we'll see of her. Now, the problem in all of this is, and I did work on this case in the prosecutor's office and was able to speak to numerous detectives in Idaho, the prosecuting attorney in Idaho, as well as JJ, the missing boy, the grandparents that live in Louisiana, and many discussions with them. It's heartbreaking because these kids, I mean, that's, to me, that's the priority right now. Yes, granted, the case against Laurie and her husband and all the other people that were killed or died, that needs to continue. But I think the emphasis really should be on trying to locate these kids if they are still alive. I don't know. No one knows. I don't feel good about it, but I just don't know. And I'm hoping that those kids will be found and they can get some closure to this case. Hopefully they're okay. That's what we all hope for. Clayton Kubo, aloha. And but that's the other big story going on, and I think that will subside now because she's no longer on Kauai. She's on her way out back to Idaho, and we'll leave it in the hands of the Idaho law enforcement agencies to try to unravel this case. I mean, if you've looked into this case, it's pretty bizarre of everything that has occurred. Jason Overmeyer, aloha. And but we can just, again, we can pray that the kids are safe and that in fact they're located and that they're in a good shape. So anyway, it's not a very happy story to talk about, but again, that's what we try to do. We try to bring in the discussion, and feel free to post your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Lisa, hello. In the message box so I can see what you guys are thinking. It's very difficult talking about this really heavy duty issues and not, I see all your names on there, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts as well. I know Chucky Rapozo is on here, and he posted a very scathing post about the Kilia bathrooms, the Kiliakai, or the Donkey Beach bathrooms up there that a few months ago, I think you guys all, Shayna, what's up, Shayna? Chucky posted about the glory hole, the big hole that was in there, and it had been there for a while. And Chucky had made some attempts to contact the administration, the Parks Department, and after, I believe it was a week, nothing was done. He posted on Facebook. I responded. We called our friend to go help us, and went up there and we patched the hole. And we had expected the county to go up shortly after that to permanently, either, number one, the wall needs to come out. The wall where this hole was needs to come out, and it's either completely taken out and make it a single-use restroom, like many of our county parks, or put up a hollow tile wall just to separate the urinal from the commode. Well, Chucky went up a day or two ago, and of course the hole is there again. They removed the wood that we had put up. They removed it, so the hole is right back there again, and bad things are happening in that restroom. There's a lot of people, locals and visitors alike, that stop at that facility to use the restroom, and I saw it with my own eyes when Chucky and myself and I can't remember my friend's name. Freddie Leventhal, Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I cannot believe I forgot his name. But the three of us went up, and it was amazing how many people used that restroom. Kids, adults, seniors. So I had expected that to be fixed, and it hasn't been fixed. So, again, Chucky, I know Chucky's on here. Chucky, mahalo for continuously checking. I'm just hoping that the Facebook presence and the comments and the pressure from the community will get our Parks Department out there to permanently fix that restroom. Again, either that wall needs to be removed. That, to me, that's the minimum, and then the hollow tile wall would go up to separate the commode and the urinal. The way it's set up is that if there's a pervert in the commode and a child comes up to use the urinal, or vice versa, they can see the child using the restroom. That's just unacceptable, completely unacceptable. So either make it a single-use facility where the person goes in and locks the door. I think for the use that place has, I think that is okay. It's not like a community baseball field where you need tons of restrooms, but I definitely believe something needs to be done, and I'm hoping that that matter gets addressed soon, because closing the bathroom, you really have to close that whole parking lot at night, and there is really no use for that parking lot at night, to be honest. There should be no one hiking down the trail at night. There should be no one there, but I don't really like closing public facilities. But in this case, that would be the answer. Hey, Shan and Kurt, aloha and welcome. So I'm hoping that through Chucky's persistence, that our Parks Department will go and put that on a priority list and get it done as soon as possible. The other big story going on right now, hang on, I just got a text here. Let me see, hold on here. Do you think all the county workers should be subject to drug tests? Well, this is from Penny. Absolutely. I think everybody, this is going to spark a lot of opposition. But hey, Anna, Raleigh, Castaneda, if you are on the payroll and you're being paid by taxpayers' dollars, I fully support drug testing employees. And also support help. What's up, Kayla, Kathy? I also support helping those that need the help. But definitely, I would have no problem supporting countywide drug testing program. The private sector does it. And I'm not talking about just pre-employment. I'm talking about during work. And I think if you're public safety, absolutely. I think it's mandatory. And if you're operating heavy equipment, Hope that answers your question. Hey, Lisa, that's gonna, and not just because of this incident, I feel this way. I've always felt that way. Always felt that way. This incident just brings to light that no one is immune. That drug addiction, drug abuse, and this horrific drug crimes, it doesn't discriminate. Alan, Kekoa Hoffman, Rob Mura, Andrew Renault, and Alan Ramos, thank you. Yeah, so it's not just because of the incident. I think, you know, if you're on the county's or state's dime, then you should be willing to go get tested. That's just how I feel. Amy, the other big issue we're having right now, the big discussion, I'm going to try something new tonight, and I hope it's going to work. And this is where I got to rely on you to tell me, is I'm going to try to share this screen because Rice Street is driving a lot of people nuts. Rice Street is driving a lot of people crazy. It's the construction is one thing, but the fact that we're taking 4 lanes of Rice Street and dropping it down to 2, just what I wanted to show all of you tonight, because as I drive through Rice Street right now, and I'm sure many of you, let me know how you feel. I haven't seen one comment. I hope my thing can take comments. Patsy, can you send me a test comment? Because I have gotten 0 comments, which is not normal. Try send me something just so I can see if this thing even works. I don't think I turned off the comments. I don't know how to do that. So can someone press something in the message box? Anyone, just press a 1, a happy face or whatever. Because it doesn't look like I'm getting any comments. Nope, I didn't get any comments. I'm not sure why. Hang on here. I don't know what the heck. Huh. This is no fun. I don't get any comments. Oh, there. No, I see a new comment, but it's not showing. Oh, you're seeing the comments. Oh my gosh, you're getting a lot of. I'm just not showing it on my screen, so I apologize. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Hang on. I'm gonna go see the comments now. Private sector, of course, there's a select fee to get drug tested all the time. He used to get my. Okay, sorry. I apologize. I'm not seeing the comments on my screen, and I don't know why. Oh gosh, Sue Canojo is watching. Oh great, Freddy Leventhal is watching. All right. Okay. Yes, Rice Street. Okay. I apologize. I'm gonna have to go back and check the comments. I don't know why it's not. Hang on here. It looks like it's working. I'm not sure why. Anyway, hold on. I'm showing all of you guys coming on, but I'm not showing the. I'm not showing. Okay. Anyway, I apologize. So I cannot see the comments. Patsy has brought me her phone, so I can see it on the phone. What I wanted to try to do, and I'm going to try to do this, is I'm going to try to share my screen because I want to show you guys that the resolution that authorizes the county, this was passed by the council, authorized the county to do the Tiger Grant project. So let me go try. I cannot even do that now. It won't even let me do this. So anyway, I apologize, people. This thing is not happening here. Hang on. Okay. Okay, it's not gonna let me do it, so sorry. But anyway, now my screen is frozen. The Rice Street project, the resolution, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the link up in my window here. And you guys can go ahead and take a look at it. But if you look at the resolution and you look at the map at the very end, you just go through the original resolution, the first few pages, I think the first 6 pages shows the resolution itself, and it talks about all the different things that's going to be done. Page 6 shows how the council voted. You'll see there was only one guy voted against it. That was me. And then beyond that is the maps that covers the entire Rice Street. And if you look at the map, the maps all clearly show a turning lane extending all the way through Rice Street. But as I drive through Rice Street, I don't see the many places on Rice Street doesn't have the room for a turning lane. I'm not sure how they're gonna fit that turning lane in there, but I'm assuming they're gonna have to, because that's what the resolution authorizes. And if they wanted to amend or change the plan for Rice Street, they would have to change the resolution. I did check with the county clerk, and that resolution had not been amended. Therefore, that resolution dictates what happens on Rice Street. So I don't know if they're going to try to squeeze in that third lane, but we got to wait and see. And I apologize because I got to look over to Patsy's phone to see the comments. But take a look at the resolution that I just put in the window. That link, just click on it and it'll take you to the resolution, and go through it and read it and look at the maps. And look at page 6. I think it's important. But the maps show that the third lane clearly going through the entire length of Rice Street, and I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening because there's just not enough room. So we'll just have to wait and see. And I apologize because now I got to look at three different things here. Again, thank you for joining us. Hey, we got more stuff to talk about. I just want to remind you guys, $25 gift card from Starbucks. Share this video. You do a watch party and like it, put a little thumbs up or whatever, and then send me your email in my messenger, not in the text or message box, but in my messenger. Send me your email, and then we will pick one of you, and you'll get a Starbucks $25 gift card. All right. The other couple of things that's just kind of burning me up right now is a couple of the bills that are in legislature. We talked about this a while back. The edible marijuana again. Johnny and May and Sandy, Robin, a lot of you guys, Gage, Leonor, Nicole, thank you guys, thank you. Again, I don't have a problem with medical marijuana, fully support it. I know it works. And, for some of the patients, obviously smoking it is not viable. Oils, for whatever reason, may not work. So they create these edibles. And I don't have a problem with people that are suffering from the diseases that the medical marijuana has been proven to help. But I do have a problem when you're going to make it into edibles that look like candies for kids. Hey, Betty. Aloha, you guys. Sorry if I'm missing you guys because my screen is kind of frozen right now. I'm not sure what the heck is going on. But so you got that bill that I think is a huge mistake. And we talked about it on how when you consume or when you eat an edible, the impact or the effect doesn't happen right away. So what we're seeing in the states that have legal edibles, when the kids or when people take it, they don't feel it right away. So they're eating more than they should be. These packages are packaged with the motivation to sell to kids or to incite the kids. And you leave that edibles laying around, looks like gummy bears or cookies or whatever, popsicles. And these people are not, they don't know how much they're digesting or ingesting because they don't feel the impacts right away versus smoking it where you get the high relatively quickly. Oils help my migraines. Absolutely. Again, I think the oils are great. I think medical marijuana, I support it. Canela, what's up? David Sosner, Shaila, Susan, aloha, you guys. But when you allow these companies to create these products that they go after our kids, go after our young adults, that's not good for us. This same legislature is banning the flavored vapes, but they're going to allow edibles. What the heck is the difference? Mariano Nales, aloha, Jean. And then there's the other bill that's floating through the legislature regarding dangerous drugs. 2 grams or less of ice, heroin, cocaine is going to be a misdemeanor. Now, with all that has been going on here, to think that we are going to reduce these dangerous crime or dangerous drug crimes to misdemeanors. 2 grams of ice, 2 grams of cocaine, 2 grams of heroin is a little different than 2 grams of marijuana. CBD edibles, you don't get high. It doesn't. Well, Gene, we're not talking about CBD. We're talking about marijuana. The legislature is proposing to legalize edible marijuana, not CBDs. This is a totally different discussion. CBD, as you all know, does not have THC. You can eat all the CBD you want. We're not talking about that. We're talking about marijuana, making this medical marijuana in edible form, that what I believe is a huge mistake. But the bigger problem I'm having is this dangerous drugs. Heroin, ice, cocaine is destroying our communities, destroying our island, destroying our country. So to even think that reducing the crime from a felony to a misdemeanor is going to make things better bothers me. Hey, Napa, Sheila, aloha, you guys. Sorry if I'm missing some of you because my screen is frozen. I'm trying to watch Patsy's phone. I don't understand the logic. I don't understand the logic. Those drugs are dangerous. They're highly addictive. And to the message that we're sending when you do something like when you do legislation that basically says, we believe it's going to help if we decrease the crime from a felony to a misdemeanor for dangerous drugs under 2 grams. I think the message is a bad one. It basically minimizes the dangers of these dangerous drugs. And that is my problem. Yeah, Gene, mahalo, brother. A lot of people have that mixed up. And again, this isn't about the CBDs. This is about the medical marijuana. But appreciate the comments, man. That's what this is all about. This is a place to share our thoughts. So, again, let your delegation know how you feel. Email them. Yes, Tom. I just saw it today. It was in the Star Advertiser. It was updating, and these bills are still going. I'm not sure if this will pass. I'm not. It already got through the Senate committees. If it passes the legislature, I'd be very surprised to see Ige sign it. But we just got to wait and see. How are we supposed to keep trusting our officials? Well, again, you deal with the issues as they come up when it involves our government officials or public officials. But I think we got to make it known to the decision makers that are considering these types of legislation. Hey, Michael Cox, Jim, Chantel, what's up? Chad, aloha. And I think I might have missed a few of you. June, Jason, Napa, I think I said hi. We got to let them know how we feel, because they're listening to the lobby that says, hey, it's going to help us. It's going to take care of the problem. It's not going to take care of the problem. Hey, Jamie, can people stop hoarding? I doubt the barges will stop coming. Yeah, well, I wish people would stop hoarding. And it takes a whole lot to enforce hoarding, but so these days you just don't know really who you're sitting next to or across from. Yeah, that's, again, and anytime we create laws that make it easier, if people say, prohibition didn't stop alcohol, I understand all of that, but we have an opportunity now to deal with this crisis. Hi, Debbie. Thank you. And you don't do it by minimizing the dangerous drugs. You just cannot do it that way. The felony charges, to some extent, creates a deterrent, and not to everybody. But when you decrease this dangerous drug crime from a felony to a misdemeanor, two things happen. The level of deterrence goes out the window because it's only a misdemeanor. The second thing is there is the second chance or the second offense. It's not as if you are a felon, a convicted felon. It minimizes the message that we send out to our kids that maybe the dangerous drugs, the ice and the heroin and the cocaine, maybe it's not as bad as we're being told. It's only a misdemeanor. It's only a misdemeanor. Hey, Henry Perez. So I am very, 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 very concerned about that one piece of legislation. I'm actually concerned about two. There's a couple more. I just don't have the time to dissect the legislative session at the state capitol right now, but those are the two that I believe if we all let everybody know what's going on. See, they don't even hear about that on the news. They want the least exposure to this as possible because they don't want their phones ringing off the hook. I think if the population of Hawaii knew that this legislature was looking at reducing the dangerous drug law from felonies to misdemeanors for amounts of 2 grams or less of cocaine and heroin and ice, I think those phones would be ringing off the wall. I really do. The only thing it helps is prison overcrowding. Well, again, the prison overcrowding, I'm not saying that we have people in prison that shouldn't be there. I mean, I think there's a lot of people in prison that shouldn't be in prison. That is determined by the court. That's determined by the judge. The level of your crime determines whether or not you stay in jail. But the fact that allowing 2 grams of ice or heroin to be a misdemeanor doesn't solve the problem. My concern isn't prison overcrowding. That's the least of my worries. You know what bothers me is when down the street I get one drug dealer or drug addict. When I got all these people riding bicycles all around the night because they're not in jail and they're not getting help and they're ripping off the safety of the communities, the safety of the kids. Prison overcrowding is not of concern to me. If we could spend $10 billion on a rail project, build another prison, build more treatment facilities. That's the problem. Prison overcrowding should not be a reason to let a dangerous person out on the street. That's not my concern. People in the community have been saying Bruin's selling ice for the past 20 years. Well, there's a lot of things being said about a lot of people, and we're not going to get into that. The bottom line is he got caught, and now he's going to face the consequences. And I do not believe it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be pleasant. Let me just say it that way. Lighter sentences, more use, help the people that want help, and lock up the people that doesn't if they bring it to a misdemeanor. Again, if the process works, these dangerous criminals need to go to jail. But the message that we're sending with this legislation is what bothers me more. Because it's not a harmless drug. It's a dangerous drug, and that's why it's called a dangerous drug. Nohea, Rob Wood, yeah. What's up, Rob? I see you're going to be busy in Idaho in a little bit. Bryson, Trison, Kaleo, Erica, Trudy, Andrew Lum, Jay, right on, you guys. I believe for the most part, the very small time drug addicts need help with getting better. I couldn't agree with you more, Alan. I got to tell you, we lack in the services for our addicts. But again, even when I was out in the community, a lot of people were under the impression that we were going after drug users that were addicted. That is not. Hang on, I gotta check these comments. One of the top market growers of organic produce, one of the top male models with Ford in New York City for 11 years and have been using cannabis for 55 years, including edibles. I agree with drug abuse along with alcohol and other drugs should be treated as a medical and not a criminal offense. And I'm not, we're talking about the edibles. The edibles, I don't have a problem with edibles as long as it's not packaged to target the kids. That is my issue. That is my issue. And we need to treat those that need the help, and we need to treat those that are asking for help. Those that are dangerous and those that are out there infecting our neighborhoods, then they need to go to jail. That's just how I feel. Anyway, I just trying to read all these comments here. I would agree to a certain extent that drug abuse or drug addiction is a medical, but there's a lot of these medical cases that turn criminal. When they start ripping off homes, and when they start robbing people, and when they start stealing cars, and when they start assaulting people, it's no longer a medical issue. It's a criminal issue. You see, everyone makes a choice, and understand they can all come up and raise their hand and say, I need help, and go get the help. And the problem is, it's not available. Imprisonment is to separate those that pose a danger to society. This appears to be a subjective label for some liberals out there. You gotta be honest, Andy, let's call a spade a spade. Some people belong in prison. Some people belong in prison. To take thanks, Chad, to take a dangerous drug statute and to try to convince the people that by reducing it from a felony to a misdemeanor is going to make our drug situation in Hawaii better is ludicrous. It's ludicrous. So on Dr. Phil, a judge was saying, not fair, those with money get out and those with money have to stay in prison, so they want to make it more fair and let them all out. Yeah, there's a lot of bail reform going on out there and saying, hey, if you're poor, you should be allowed to go free because only the rich get money to bail out. Listen, you made a choice. You made a choice to enter a life of crime. You made that choice that rather than going to work, you would rather go out and be a criminal. I don't want to sound like a heartless soul. I already said, for those out there that want help, we should be there to help them. But I can tell you from personal experience, hey, Thomas, Howard, Brenda, many people out there don't want the help. They don't want to help. And what do you do with someone that doesn't need the help? So it just bothers me when our legislature, with all the issues that just turn on the news. Honolulu, shooting, stabbing, shooting, assault, robbery, burglary, murder. In addition to all of the other social problems we have on this island. Why are we looking at reducing these types of crimes? I don't get it. Gotta treat the cause. If drugs, prosecute for crimes. Couldn't agree with you more. I'm sorry, because I'm gotta look to the side to see the comments as it's scrolling because my computer is acting silly. So just do me a favor. Get your delegation, get to your emails, email our delegation. That would be Kochi, Tokioka, Morikawa, and Nakamura. And just let them know how you feel. Hey, if you support it, let them know. We can agree to disagree. We sure can. And I'm not here to convince you one way or the other. I'm just here to tell you this is what's happening at the state legislature as we speak. That there are senators out there that are encouraging people, convincing people, trying to anyway, that this is the right thing to do. Everyone needs to remember these bills being introduced when voting this year. We need a change of politicians. Oh, sorry. Oh. All right, what's going on here? I cannot even. Sorry, man. Anyway, yeah, you just got to stay abreast of all of these. There's a lot of bills floating through the legislature. I try to pick out the ones that I think we might have a shot if we all band together and let them know that this is not what we want to see. All right, we got a few more minutes left. I did want to touch on one more thing because it's becoming a serious matter, and it's this coronavirus. Governor signed the declaration emergency. I think our mayor Derek wisely did the same thing, and I thank him for doing that. And it's not being overly cautious. I think it's just being prepared in the event something happens. The emergency declaration, opens up the lanes for us to get funding and so forth. So appreciate the mayor for doing that in advance. I know we get criticized for it, but at the end of the day, we want to be prepared. This administration did what I completely support. Get that declaration done. And again, it opens up the lanes for us to get help when needed. But the bottom line, we all got to take care of ourselves. This coronavirus, and you got to stay away from the propaganda and the hype and all of these things. The bottom line is that, it's a dangerous virus. It is. And people are dying every single day. And flights are being canceled. There are reductions in routes to Hawaii, which is a good thing. This island, especially Kauai, needs to breathe anyway. So United and all of the rest of you guys, cut back your flights to Kauai. I ain't got a problem with that. We know visitor industry is our main source of income and revenue, but at the end of the day, the health of our people is paramount. And I commend those businesses that are taking steps to make sure that this virus doesn't reach our shores. And it's really probably inevitable. I think it's gonna get to Hawaii. I believe that, and we got to be prepared. But for us in your own household, I mean, it's a shame. I cannot even find hand sanitizer. They say the toilet paper is sold out at Costco. Really, it's incredible. But bottom line, like any other influenza, flu, or whatever, you wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands every time, as much as you can. I'm just going to read this because I think it's, some of these things are so common sense, but we take it for granted. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. So after you wash your hands, you can touch your face. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Stay home when you're sick. So if you're sick, no go work. Don't pass and spread the germs. Just stay home. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue in the trash. Incredible. So common sense. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces using a regular household cleaning spray or wipe. This one is cool. CDC does not recommend that people who are well wear a face mask to protect themselves from illnesses, including COVID-19, which is the coronavirus. Keep in mind that supplies are limited, and we need to make sure that there are enough masks for our frontline healthcare workers. If you are sick, then wear a mask to protect the people around you. It's pretty interesting. Brian Schatz is pledging $4.5 million for Hawaii in case the coronavirus gets here. I think you gotta send the money now, and that, by the time it's here, it's kind of too late. And maybe they can start with buying masks. That's just kind of interesting. Don't wear a mask unless you're sick, unless it's too late. Prepare for the possibility that people may want to stay home or maybe asked to stay home to prevent the spread of illnesses. That goes for you, bosses. All of you, bosses. And people are now going to be calling sick. They don't like to come work. You got to expect that. If you have daily medication needs, have more than a week's supply on hand and have as much on hand as your insurance will allow you to have. Bingo. Insurance again. Amazing, yeah? Because you cannot afford to go stock your house with your medication that you need to save your life. Not everyone can afford to stock up on supplies or has space to store them, but anything you can arrange in advance means one less inconvenience or one less trip to the store while you're sick. Well, it's hard when everything is sold out. Make family plans for the possibility of school or daycare closures. Do some contingency planning in advance at the family level. Just like preparing for hurricanes, just like preparing for any other disaster, as far as the protection and the treatment or whatever, not the treatment, but the protection, it's like prevention, I should say, is like the flu, like any other flu, influenza. Wash your hands. Wash your hands a lot. Cover your mouth. stay home when you're sick. That's kind of what we got to do. So for all of you managers and bosses out there, Maynard, Eric, Vita, sorry, Rochelle, Jim, Nathan, Charlene. Awesome, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Just got to be aware, be cognizant. Don't freak out. Don't panic out. I don't even have a mask, but I see so many people are wearing them. So many people are wearing them. All right. We got about 6 minutes left. Kind of late too. You can still share this as a watch party. Like it. Send me your email in Messenger. We're going to pick a winner tonight, $25 Starbucks card. Couple of things coming up. March 14th, Anahola Beach Park, the 10th annual Anahola Prince Kuhil Day celebration. If you haven't gone down, go check it out. It's from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Huge celebration, lots of food, lots of entertainment, and an amazing tribute to Prince Kuhil right there at the park, Anahola Beach Park. And that is on March 14th. So put that in your calendar and stop by. It is a very, very, very good event. And then on April 11th, I know a little bit out, but April 11th, the MS Walk 2020, Kapaa Beach Park from 4 o'clock p.m. I'll be there again. I'm with on Cindy Edgerlin's team. I will be posting my fundraising link tonight. We want to get to 10 grand. We're a little short. We're less than half, and we only got a month or so left. So please, if you can, $5, $2, $1, $10, $100,000, whatever you can. I'll put up the link in the next 10 or 15 minutes. But stop by Kapaa Beach Park, April 11th. They have a silent auction. They have lucky number drawings. They got a poker run. You run around the tables. You get your cards, and the best hand wins some amazing prizes. And the best part, dinner will be prepared. Huh? Dinner will be prepared and served. Patsy telling me it's not dinner. It's not dinner. I'm getting this straight from the flyer. Dinner prepared and served by Duke's Restaurant. So if no more dinner, then Patsy's right. But I read the flyer. It says dinner prepared and served by Duke's. And that is April 11th. Again, be on the lookout for my link. Please help our team. Cindy has MS. Older brother has MS. My older sister has MS. My younger brother has MS. I'm being tested right now. So it's very dear to my heart, much like the Cancer Society, who did so much for my mom. But this is an opportunity on April 11th to raise funds for MS Society, the National MS Society, and I need you guys' help. So I will be sending you the link. You'll see it on my Facebook page, and pretty much it. So this will be your last chance. Like the video, shoot me your email to my Messenger account, and we're gonna mix it all up. We're gonna pick one winner. Patsy will, and somebody will win a $25 gift card from Starbucks tonight in their email. With that, thanks again for joining us. We'll be back here next Wednesday, same time, 7 o'clock. My YouTube channel, Mel Rapozo. Just go there. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button next to the subscribe button so you get notified every time we put up a video. But all of these videos, every single one of them, is on my YouTube channel. So again, thank you all very much for joining us tonight. We'll see you guys shortly. We'll see you next week. Until then, aloha guys. We love you. God bless.